You're, of course, in warm, friendly Trinidad, and this is the best place to be. What you're going to hear about is some great products that's delivering great healthcare to people in Trinidad currently, but has been doing that for, the last 10 years. And the best person to explain both the products and the opportunity is none other than Stanley Hoyt himself, who lived an active life advocating better health, advising clinicians, and interacting with people on a daily basis for only to 3 hours of the morning with regard to better quality of life, saving a lot of limbs, and causing a lot of people to enjoy better quality of life as a lifestyle change advocate or consultant with a number of years under his belt, and tonight introducing in this part of the world one of the greatest line of products. So welcome, sit back, relax, remove any distraction, and now we bring you Stanley Hoyt.
Thank you. Thank you, Anthony Hartman, great colleague and friend and brother. Yeah. You have somebody coming in there? Somebody just got their audio?
Hola?
Okay. So you have someone now coming in. Hello, Kunde?
All right, sorry. Yeah. Okay, Femilar. Good. Right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Patricia Balfour. Yes. And so we here, let me just say thank you for taking the time out and showing up here tonight. Let me just also say that I am very mindful of how valuable time is. And I'm going to assure you that the time that you spend with us here tonight will be time well spent, and that you'd leave this webinar session very happy and excited with the information that we are going to be sharing with you tonight. My name is Stanley Hoyt, and I'm pleased to be your host for tonight, but tonight would not have been made possible except that Olakunde, the wonderful leader that he is, has taken this initiative to set this platform up and to make this session available, a very great initiative. I've been doing this type of stuff for many, many years, and it is the type of leadership that Olakunde has brought to the table that makes guys like me look good. They're normally behind the scene, you know, the guy that
I am not hearing a thing.
We hearing your thing. So we hearing you loud.
Your volume is so low.
Hello? Are you hearing me any better now? The person who couldn't hear clearly just now. Are you hearing any better now? Obviously not. Only if they hear it now and they can't talk. Okay, I'm hoping that it works out fine, but you know, this train has already left the station, so we can't turn back. We're gonna do it how we can and hope for the best at the end. This is a work in progress, so what we don't get right tonight, we're gonna make sure and seek to fix it so that we have this system up and running much smoother. Just be mindful that this is technology and there's always glitches, so things gonna happen that might not be as pleasing as otherwise would have. But when you see this platform in the next 4 weeks, in the next 4 months, you'll be shocked, because there won't be room to hold people on this platform in a very short while. So I was just saying thank you to Olakunde for making this platform available to us and to get this part of the platform started. Let me give you a little bit on my background and how I got involved in this. Well, I'm about around 50 years old, somewhere around there, give or take 20 years on either side. I have had 10 years of very, very good health. very good. Fantastic health. Fit as three fiddles. The first part of my life, the first 10, 12 years, 10, 11 years, I was constantly in the hospital, in and out of the hospital. As a matter of fact, I've been to primary school so few times that when I actually passed my, what we used to call common entrance back then, the principal gave the school a day off in honor of Stanley Hoyt passing common entrance. I was in school such few times. I didn't even know what class I was supposed to be in. So he said if Stanley Hoyt could pass common entrance, that was in 1980. He said, well, we deserve a day off. And he gave the rest of the school. So I got my holiday before Martin Luther King. Yeah, he told their heart out. And I passed common entrance. Now, after that, I had 10 years of extraordinarily good health. So I did everything from scouting. I hiked all over all the mountains in Trinidad. I camped in the bush, 50 miles hike. I did marathon. I did the 26 miles marathon and any other marathon between that. I did all of those things. I played football. I was a boxer. 10 years of fantastic health. And then I got sick in 1989 or 90, between there, a liver condition. And that had changed my life terribly. After that, I was sick from 1990 until very recently. And the doctor said that they had no cure or treatment for my condition. So what I had to do is that I had to go back home, and he told me to keep away from greasy, oily, fatty foods. So I tell people I ate cardboard for a number of years because everything I had grease, oil, or fat in. And I struggled through life trying to survive. And that had led me into research. I engaged in research, not necessarily to save humanity in the first instance, but I engaged in research to save my own life first. That was my objective. That was my initial motivation. But I'd found incredible stuff that was very beneficial to all kinds of people except me. And I'd done that year in, year out. I struggled and I got sick and more sick. And I talk about extraordinary stuff that was great for liver health, made me feel sick. And I had to find something else. But everything that I found benefited people, thousand by the tens of thousands. And I would continue to research from my bed of affliction. I continued to search and I continued to see people all over the country, all of the Caribbean, getting extraordinary benefits. All outside, people coming from the US to get treatment and they leave and they go back well. And I continued to be sick in spite of the breakthrough that was made in medical science, despite the breakthrough that I had made in my own personal quest to find therapies and supplements for my condition. I keep finding them. Incredible stuff that was impacting people every single day, except me. So I continued to be sick until I found a particular product about 2 years ago. Actually, it's exactly 2 years ago. The 3rd of January this year made it 2 years ago, and that is where my transformation started. But it is something that was responsible for activating dormant stem cells in the human body. And it did extraordinarily well for a lot of people. But there was one simple drawback to it. Our stem cells are glycated, or why do we need to activate dormant stem cells? The stem cells are the most important cells in our body. Well, we don't have any body without stem cells because it's stem cells that make all the cells that cause our body to form in the first place. So it's incredible that if anyone needs to reach to the state of perfect health, they would need to have perfectly functioning stem cells, and by extension, perfect cellular health throughout the entire body. That's it. All the fuss that we make in there are over 30,000 different diseases. Now, if you go and look at track down this 30,000 disease to try to isolate and eliminate everyone individually, it will take you a lifetime. It just doesn't make any sense. And that is what they have done with the medical profession. They have caused specialization in different areas. You have these gynecologists deal with one part of the body, and of course you guys know what part of the body that is. And then you have the cardiologists and the endocrinologists, etc. And they separate the human body, although it really works as a whole. And that's what they do with disease. So what they do is chasing down disease and missing the point, because anytime you are able to accomplish perfect cellular health, you're not even speaking about disease. Disease is not even in the discussion. So while we found that fantastic thing and it has been able to do something fantastic, we never was able to find what was causing the stem cells to be dormant in the first place and needed activation. Well, therefore, the research continued. And that research led me to a company called Sisel. And that's what we're talking about, because this to me is like the apex of everything that I have done for my entire career. This has brought everything together in one fantastic combination. This is synergy. This is absolute synergy. What you're going to be exposed tonight to is the single greatest breakthrough in the history of human health and wellness. This is not just a sales pitch, and I want you to know that the other company that I was building, I still receive a very good, fantastic income from that opportunity. So I could stay there and I could be very happy. They'll roll out the red carpet for me and they'll say, Stanley, come here and build with us and we treat you like a king. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested, when I got into this profession, the vow that I made is that I would always choose to find the absolute best products that could benefit the most amount of people all the time. And there have been limitations in the past. We have broken down all the barriers. All limitations have been released. Now, if you guys see me perspiring, don't sweat it. I like to perspire. I don't like no sort of air condition or anything like that. So leave me, I'm in the gym here working out, right? Let me burn my calories. So don't worry about the perspire. I feel good, right? That is not cold sweat. This is healthy perspiration. I'm just saying that. Now, you're going to be exposed to something that is going to change your life for the rest of your life. And you're going to thank yourself for taking the time out, even if you might have made that decision reluctantly, just come to see what's going on. Well, what is going to be revealed to you tonight is going to be the beginning of the rest of your life. Tonight, one of the things that we have no control over is that ticking of that clock. Time. When you waste time, when you lose time, you just don't get it back. It's gone into oblivion. And then we die prematurely. So the situation is now, tonight, you're going to get exposed to time. You're going to be able to buy time. And I'm not talking about meager time. I'm talking about years. You're going to be able to purchase years and add it to your life. That is what we're selling, years. You want some years? Well, in the right place. Because tonight you're going to get some years added to your life. I tell people all the time who talk about suicide, I tell them life is short already. Suicide is redundant. You're going to die just now. You hold on. Wait a little bit. Wait a little bit. But what we're talking about here tonight, though, is length of life with quality of life added to the length. We have drugs today that props people up. You see people alive in Pampers. You see people alive with dementia, with Alzheimer's, with Parkinson's. They are human vegetables. And what happened is drugs keeping people alive with disease. That's no way to live, really. No one of us here is looking forward to that situation. Nobody. I can guarantee you that. If you, and there are people who tell me straight up, I do not want to live to 90, because when they think about 90, they think about Pampers and Alzheimer's, dementia. They think about bedridden. But I'm telling you, you're going to be looking at 90, 100, 125 in very good health, where your joints are functioning, your brain is still functioning, your liver, your lungs, your kidney, still in good functioning order. That is why we refer to it as the single greatest breakthrough in the history of human health and wellness. Up comes a man by the name of Tom Moyer, a billionaire. You know, when you're a billionaire, you don't want to die, right? So he's looking for ways to lengthen his life, to live a healthier life, of course. And he has a PhD in biochemistry. As a matter of fact, he's a double PhD, and he's the only American non-Russian scientist inducted into the Russian Scientist Hall of Fame. And he accomplished that while being an American, which is extraordinary in and of itself. So he's extremely brilliant. And what he had done is that he was going through his personal care products at home at one time, and he had seen some incredibly dangerous chemicals in those personal care products. And he decided to examine all the other products that he used in the house. So then he got a garbage bag, and he was just picking them up because they were absolutely toxic. They were killing people. These are things that are poison, literal poison. But he, being a biochemist, he was able to identify these things quickly and remove them. We have the largest manufacturing plant, one of the largest manufacturing plants for natural health products in the world. And he started to formulate his products free of those chemical compounds that are dangerous to human health. And so we have a whole suite of personal care products that were manufactured minus the toxic or dangerous chemical compounds. And I'm talking about everything from your toothpaste to your mouthwash to your shampoo, your conditioner, your laundry detergent, your dishwashing liquid, etc. All of that, women's makeup, and all of their personal care products, lipstick, everything manufactured minus the toxic chemicals. Note that in every stick of lipstick, there are over 29 very, very, very dangerous chemicals in that lipstick. From the time you touch it on your lips and you put on that lipstick, in 29 seconds, that chemical compound, which is dangerous, is actually in your blood. That is why when they examine the umbilical cord of several babies, they examined the umbilical cord, they found 230 toxins, at least 230 toxins in every one of those umbilical cords. And those toxins were derived from the mother's personal care products. At least 80% of them came from the mother's personal care products. And that is why women are more susceptible to cancer and all other non-communicable disease because of those personal care products. They do most of the work in the home, so they are more exposed to the chemicals in the bleach, in the laundry detergent, in the dishwashing liquid, etc. So we need to take care of our women, and we need to help to educate them about what is taking place in the house and get rid of these chemical compounds. I've already started removing those chemicals from my home. So like here, not too far, I'll have to reach for it, but you'll see mouthwash and toothpaste and bathing soap and everything has been changed in my household so far. And it's great. It's working extraordinarily well. Listen, I'm here. Anybody who is on this call, as long as you have a mouth, anybody have a mouth, put up your hand. As long as you have mouth, you need the toothpaste. You need that toothpaste. Trust me, you need that toothpaste if you have teeth. But the mouthwash, you need it. We're going to the science of it after, but believe that it is an incredible change to make in your personal care products, especially when you consider that 98% of all cardiovascular disease, all heart-related disease, is related to oral health. Your gum health is very important, plays an important role in your heart health. If you don't get that gum or your mouth or the oral care correct, you are setting yourself for heart disease. And that is part of the reason why it is the #1 killer, because they look at everything else from the fast food and all these other things that they're blaming for cardiovascular disease. Cardiovascular disease is about oral health. So they miss that and focus on other things. And while this condition continues to exacerbate, and if you just start working on your gum health, your teeth health, you would be basically insulating yourself from cardiovascular disease, heart attack and stroke and stuff like that. So, as we hear, now, Ulakunde, anytime you need to stop me, please do so, right?
Okay, so
I was talking about the Moya and what they had done, what they had brought to the table in terms of treating with personal care product, but not just that. What he wanted to do is to find a way, like discover the fountain of youth. How do you stay younger longer? And in his quest to discover that, he found that there were 2 Chinese emperors thousands of years ago who lived to over 200 years, close to 250 years, back to back, using a particular protocol in Chinese medicine. And he was able to acquire that information, and him being a biochemist, a scientist by nature, he was able to reformulate that compound using some other beneficials from outside of China and strengthen and fortify that product to what you are going to see very shortly. And the effects of it. That product came on the market just at the beginning of July of last year. It's not even a year old. It's an infant in terms of its life on the market. But the protocol that causes it to be so effective and tremendous in terms of causing you to live longer, younger, has been there for centuries. It's just that we have access to history and also the future in one bottle of pill so far. I'm going to show you. Yeah, this is Olakunde, have it up on the screen there. Any samples, my brother? Could you pass it around and let everybody get at least 3 to take so that they would feel that energy buzz immediately? All right, okay, good. Now, let me just give you a little peek into what this extraordinary product does for the human being. As long as you're a natural human being, you have cells. That is what you are made of, cells. Master stem cells started everything. Your bone is an amalgamation of cells. Your hair, your very hair, it is cells, they're cells. The human being is made up of, some people say 70 trillion, 80 trillion, some people say 50 trillion cells. Well, I don't know how much ever trillion they say. I agree with them because I'm not going to count them over to prove that you were wrong by 10 trillion or not. So I accept how much trillion is a heaping set of cells, right? According to we in Tobago, is a heaping set of cells you are made of. Everything about you, you are cell. You are a big ball of protein and water with energy. That is what the human being is, protein. Because every cell is made up of or from protein / amino acids. So when we're dealing with health, we're dealing with those cells being healthy. We about 100 million cells die off every day. 100 million cells. Your body is required to replace the 100 million cells. Those cells are defective. They were used up and then they're discarded. They die, they kill themselves and they're removed. and then they're replaced now with healthy cells. But in order to get those healthy cells, you need to have the raw material to make them. And the raw material to make those healthy cells to keep you and I healthy is proper nutrition, primarily amino acids. And once you get that right, once you get your water right, your amino acids right, and you have that healthy cell reproduction, they die off, and if 100 million cells die off and you only have raw material to produce 50 million, then you're in deficiency, you are in decay, you are in decline. If you're only able to produce 25 million, you are dying, you are getting old and you're getting sick. If you make 100 million, but the 100 million you make didn't have enough of any particular amino acid, you are producing unhealthy cells, defective cells. And cancer is, any doctor will tell you that cancer is a defective cell that was supposed to die but didn't. It continued to replicate its defective cell. This is very important information that you need to know. That's all that cancer is. Cancer is not a result of lack of radiation. So they say, well, this man don't have enough radiation. We need to blast him up with some radiation so that his cancer is going to go. Cancer is not a deficiency in chemotherapy. Cancer is not a defect, a need for surgery. Cancer is a deficiency of amino acid. Every single cancer patient that have been examined, tested, they were deficient in between 4 to 6 amino acid. That in and of itself can cause cancer to form. The point is this: you need to supplement and have those amino acids. The only way you can get them is through your food. If it's not in your food, the cells are going to be made anyhow, but they're going to be made defective, and you're going to be becoming weaker, and you're going to become sick, and you're going to die prematurely. You're going to get old first, and you're going to die prematurely. You're going to age much faster than your birth certificate. So what we have here is something to comprehensively halt that cellular decay and give all the cells in your body. The first thing we need to do is to remove something called glycation from the cells. So you remove the glycation, and also when the glycation is removed, which is the covering on the cell, that's garbage that pile up on the cell, but there's also cellular garbage, they call it lipofuscin, that is in the cell, and you pull out that lipofuscin and you replace it with nutrition and something called ATP, which is cellular energy. It boosts that energy. So one of the first things that's going to happen to you, forget about the Red Bull and the Monster. One of the first things that's going to happen to you is that you're going to start to experience extraordinary energy. I'm talking about youthful energy. Energy like you used to feel when you were 25 years old. That's the peak of your vitality. That is the type of energy that you're going to feel. Everybody on this call need more energy. Don't ask me about diabetes or Alzheimer's or dementia or Parkinson's or none of these other diseases. Forget it. Once your body is in proper homeostasis, that's what it's called. That's balance. From the day that you were born, that is what your body has been trying to do. It has been trying to accomplish homeostasis, proper cellular function. Well, there is no product that delivers that homeostasis to the body in more dramatic and powerful and instant fashion than what is contained in the age pill. It does that extraordinarily fast, and it does it extraordinarily well. The results are quick and powerful. Yeah, what you're going to see here now is the fact that this product has been on the market for just did I say for just before the beginning of July. And the kind of testimonials that has emerged as a result of this product being available is incredible. You're going to get a little insight.
I know everybody mic is muted right now. All right, so I know it's a lot of information to absorb, but just stick with us.
Listen, don't leave your room even if the place catch fire. Stay and take the burn. Are you seeing my screen now? Olakunde?
Yeah.
You see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so in front of you guys here, these are testimonials that have been collected from from July to now. It's incredible. Now I can send it for you guys so you can take a look at it and you can go through and you can see the different benefits that people have been reported. After being on the H pill for 3 weeks, I'm down 5 to 10 pounds. The fungus on my toenails have decreased quite a bit. Posting pictures and separately. So they posted some pictures, etc., etc. Right? But the guy who actually formulated the H pill, the guy who formulated the H pill, he is 74 years old. This is him here. This is Mr. Tom Moyer. He's 74 years old. That is how a face looks at 74. After taking the H pill for a few months, the photograph on the bottom is Tom Moyer. So his birth certificate tells him that he is 74 years old. When his biological age, which is the age of his cells in his body, when those cells were measured, the report on those cells was 46-year-old. They were the cells of a 46-year-old man. So his birth certificate is saying 74, but his cells are saying, lie, I am actually 46. So you could imagine one more year of that H pill, what it's going to do for him. This guy on the left here, you see some gray here. Look how black that gray head of hair has become. And that is after 5 weeks of use. This hand here on the left, this is from day 8, Friday the 25th of August, the one on the left, and day 16, Saturday the 2nd of September, that hand on the right. It's incredible, that difference there for that short space of time. That's huge. And you see some healing taking place here on this hand here in quick and dramatic recovery time. So it's not really limited to any specific condition. Remember I said it's your whole body. So you see the hair is being impacted. You see the face, the wrinkles, the eyes, people reported eyes, blood sugar has been powerfully balanced off. So people who were diabetic for many years and had a terrible high blood sugar and also blood pressure, high cholesterol, all kind of different physiological conditions. You see some incredible benefit. Now, you see these photographs here is only so much the Americans could do in terms of explaining what had happened to them from the use of the product, because they have limitations. Of course, if we are posting online, we also have to be mindful of what we are saying. But there are things that are happening in the background that are incredible. What this guy here, his hair has been falling out. You can see how that hair is thinning on the left of this photograph. And look at this. And this was just a few short weeks that has been happening. This guy here on the left again. You look at that. This guy looking like he dyed his hair. Look at the one on the left and look at the one on the right. It's incredible. This guy here, he said he was going to do a 90-day before and after. And when he had seen what had happened in 4 weeks, he did an update. And look, that's incredible. That is grass growing on bottle. Okay, he looked like he sandpaper that here first, and nothing would ever be able to grow there. But if you look at that, that is incredible happenings. All right, this is Billy Falco. He said, at 66 years of age, I am the happiest guy in the world. After I stepped on the scale a few days ago and I saw a weight that I've not seen since I was back in my early 30s, 150 pounds. Wow. Since I began taking 6 capsules of the H pill daily starting on August 2nd, I've lost 10 pounds. Though I've lost nearly 20 pounds over the past 8 years that I've been with Sisel. No matter how well I dieted and how hard I exercised, I just couldn't get below 160 pounds. It is abundantly clear to me now that the lipofuscin flushing action of the H pill is what enabled me to smash through that 160 pound barrier and get down to 150 pounds. Even better, my eyesight has gotten so much sharper. My energy level is through the roof and my skin is getting younger looking and my hair is growing in thicker. Make no mistake about it, the H pill is definitely making me younger and healthier by the days. Look at this hand here. It's incredible. Look at that before and after. You can't believe it. Like that hand was vanished, sandpaper vanished. This is a new hand. There's no similarity there. Watch that. It's incredible. How long? Let me check the date on this. Okay. I don't have the data. I have to read through a lot of stuff, and I don't want to do that. So you get the picture. You guys can take that and you can go through and at your own leisure, and you can see the incredible benefits that the H pill has delivered to these folks who were kind enough to share their testimonials with us, right? And that is with one product. This company has over 200 of the finest products that you would ever get anywhere on the market, period, in any category. Once it's Sisel, it's pure. And that's the truth. As long as it's a Sisel, it was manufactured with the finest ingredient in a pharmaceutical grade facility. We have other incredible products. For example, I don't drink coffee, but you would want to know what this coffee here is all about. But before we go to the coffee, there is something called the triangle of life. And it's called Eternity, which is one of the products, which is a resveratrol product that is extremely good for diabetic conditions. And also it's incredible for heart health and for living longer on the whole. They call it the Mediterranean diet in a bottle. For just the study alone that proved that resveratrol is good, a pharmaceutical company paid close to $1 billion just for the study. Not the product, study that proved that the product actually could do those incredible stuff. So we absolutely in a fantastic place here. We have the Eternity, we have Fucoidan. If you don't do anything, I walk around and I ask people, I say, what stage of cancer do you have? I ask people normal, walking through, what stage of cancer you have? And they tell me, watch me like if I'm a madman. And so why you ask me that question? I don't have cancer, how you know? And say, oops. That's when they say, oops, they don't know. You don't know. Any of us here, we don't know if we have cancer. The point is, you don't want to be diagnosed with any cancer. You don't. Because just being told that you have cancer could cause you to die prematurely if you have it. And being told that you have cancer in a misdiagnosis could cause cancer to form in you by worrying. I'm dealing with a few people now who have liver cancer, and doctor tell them, well, they're not even bothering to do chemotherapy. They just send them home to die. Just before Christmas, the man was diagnosed, and the doctor told his wife, carry him home and only have a good Christmas. She says, so what to do? Give him some painkillers and send him home to have a good Christmas. And that is a sign. When they tell you go home and enjoy your Christmas, it means you're going to die. There's your last one. And a good friend of mine a few weeks ago was diagnosed. Today he got his results, a Wednesday, and the following Wednesday he was dead from the same condition. Cancer is real and it's taking out people in grabs. Every day it's happening. My brother just came and told me, oh, we're trying to call you. His mother died. We have separate mothers. His mother died. She had breast cancer at 84 and they did surgery on her. And she died a few days after in the hospital. It's all around. You want to use and make sure and have fucoidan, because the scientific data on fucoidan says that in the presence of fucoidan, cancer cells commit suicide. They die. We have an incredible suite of products. There's also one called Spectramax. We have gaps in our diet. Remember I told you guys that if you're deficient in any ingredient that is responsible for replacing your cells, then you have faulty cells. Well, there is a product called here called Spectramax, and it contains 40 antioxidants, 72 trace minerals, and a whole heap of vitamins. So it is one of the most, not one of, but the single most powerful multivitamin antioxidant supplement on the planet. It fills in all the gaps that you might have in your nutritional need on a daily basis. You use that every day and you're not deficient in nothing. So that your body has all the raw material to make healthy cells all the time, along with whatever amino acid product that we would recommend that you're getting the H pill. So we have a number of extraordinary products. You could always go onto the site and you can look at them. We have stuff here, most incredible combination of product for weight loss. We have the best tasting coffee. Finally, there's an absolute healthy coffee on the market. Healthy. I never drank coffee in my life because I understand it to be something toxic, but it doesn't have to be toxic. What causes coffee to be toxic is the roasting process, and it causes carcinogens, the over roasting of the coffee. Well, this man went and found the finest coffee, the best tasting coffee in the world. It's grown in Panama, and it has been voted the best tasting coffee in the world for the past 14 years. And he has brought out that healthy coffee. It's actually grown in volcanic ash, so it pulls up incredible amount of nutrients from the soil. When it does that, that nutrient is now preserved in the coffee because it uses infrared light to roast it. So then why everybody else doesn't use infrared light to roast their coffee? Well, it's very expensive to do so. So a cup of coffee will be out of the reach of most people. So they use the normal roasting, and people use it and they get cancer and stuff and they die after they've spent a lot of money by the pharmaceutical industry. That's all right. But we have the healthy coffee here, and it's available. There's an element in the coffee that actually causes clusters of brain cells to form. Hear me, clusters of brain cells are formed. So if you know anybody who have Alzheimer's or anybody who worried about ever becoming a victim of Alzheimer's, you use that coffee and you would very much not need to worry about Alzheimer's, because when you have Alzheimer's, you have these holes. A person who died from Alzheimer's, you open the brain and you see holes. Those clusters of brain cells will fill up those holes and prevent Alzheimer's from taking over and rendering you a human vegetable. Those are just some, scratching the surface. It's a one-stop shop that can deliver most anything that you need to maintain and preserve your health. And that, my dear friend, is the movement that we have just started, just about starting. And here is where we are gathering the soldiers to engage in this battle and to take this message to first our loved ones, because this is not about being afraid to introduce a person to something. It's people that you care about. And don't be afraid, tell them about it, because eventually someone might end up calling you and telling you, you know, Auntie Joan was diagnosed with cancer. And then you will be able to go to Auntie Joan and say, Auntie Joan, I spoke to you about this very condition. This is what you need. It would have been a lot easier for you to do it before, but now you need it. You should have wanted it, but you didn't. But now you need it. I have had to speak to people like that over and over and over again. I'm not going to stop. This is my life calling, and I'm going forward with it. But notwithstanding that, the pharmaceutical industry have their role to play, and they do it, and they rake in quite a lot of money from their endeavors. Well, this is not a mission that you're going on that does not pay. There is incredible benefits for engaging in that powerful and needed intervention that we are about to embark upon throughout our, firstly within our home and our circles with our loved one, and then by extension, our community, and eventually the entire country that we're going to cover. And then we move out into the region and around the world. And Ulakunde has some incredible plans for doing so. So right now we are gathering the foundation members to take this message further. So Ulakunde, let me hand it back to you so that you can continue to moderate in this awesome opportunity.
Yes, thank you, Stanley. Thank you, man. Every time I hear you, I learn something every time. For those who might be just a little overwhelmed with all that information, don't be overwhelmed. The bottom line is, I personally got involved in this, like, say, about 2 weeks ago. Because for those who don't know me, and those who know me, I am into health. And I do research myself. I thought I was Mr. Researcher until I met Stanley like 7 years ago. I just had to hand him the mantle. He's Mr. Researcher himself. So when Stanley said, this is good, I listen, I do a little thing, look it over, and then I say, you know what? Go for it. So I met Stanley like 7 years ago when I came to Trinidad with a product that we still sell up to now. And he gave me some insight on products that I actually have. And I took that information, do my little research on it, and he was right. Up to today, I'm still selling those same products. The same products I am selling. So now he brought his new products to me, and I was so happy just to work with Stanley. Finally, we could actually get together with a product and work with it. There are just some few things really I look at with a company for me to jump at it. The backend, they're debt-free. It's all natural products. The research that was done on the product itself, those are the key things. They're not owing anybody. That's important, very, very important. And that the company is, you don't have to go to a third party. You're not going to a third party. You go directly to the company, the manufacturer himself. So price wouldn't be a factor. If he need to change a price, he could change it when I guess he just go to his board and, okay, let's change this price. You don't have to go up to a third and a second and a fourth person to do this. So I jumped on this program right away, and I'm seeing the benefits already. Believe it or not, it's only, I guess, like 2 weeks, and I'm seeing the benefits financially. I just got my products today, and they're all displaying here. Okay, today, and I already started taking the H pill. Yeah. I see my mother and my sister is on the line. What do you all think? Am I not looking younger already? 1 pill. I mean, 3 pills. So I just want to thank everyone who is on. Sheila, Hartman, Fumilayo, Deborah George, Sandra, Rodney, Miss McLeod, we know as Ia, and Ren, I'm not sure who is that because I'm not seeing the person's face. So that's just covering the product area of this. Stanley, I don't know what part of where you want to go with it now. Just go.
All right, guys, you won't be here much longer. This part
Yes.
would not be painful. It's going to be short and painless. When a doctor tell you that, run.
Or, you
Yeah.
have, or if anybody have any questions before we move to the next, just a few questions. You're saying something, Deborah? For anyone who want to talk, they have to unmute.
In the meanwhile, Olakunde, while the questions are being formulated, I just want to add something to what you were saying there in terms of the stability of the company. Are you seeing my screen still?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've seen you.
All right. Sisel is the name of the company, right? And it happens to be the largest startup in the history of this industry. Tom Moyer invested $250 million in his own money, into the infrastructure. And that infrastructure is a 440,000 square foot manufacturing plant. So the company is debt free. But this is the part that I'm particularly sweetened by. They're in a 250-year dynasty trust that the company can never be bought or sold or borrowed against. This is here for the long haul. This is not going to be coming up here today and then it's gone tomorrow. A proven track record. Sisel pays out 2 to 6 times more than any other company in MLM. The quality and compensation plan is unbelievable. The reason why they can afford to do that is because they own everything and they owe no one. That is stability. You cannot get it better than that. Yeah, question time.
Any questions, you'll have to unmute.
I think we have a question from well, I ain't seeing no name, I only see numbers.
All right, Similayo. Similayo, you have a question?
No, I don't.
Oh. Okay. Okay. All right, no question.
All right.
Sheila, you're trying to say something, but your mic not working. For those who mic not working, you could go into the chat and put your question in the chat if it's not working. Okay, so we'll move on if no
Unmute.
questions for now. All right, Stanley.
Okay. Well,
Atma, no questions?
you very good, boy.
All right. Well, you're doing a good job there.
Yeah, no question.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
Great opportunity for those who want to enjoy better health, quality of lifestyle, new marriages, new running, urine growth, and then that boost of energy that is so needed. The baby boomer or millennium, this is the place.
You're playing something for us to hear. We're not hearing anything there.
For me, Stanley Hoyt? Nah, I'm playing nothing. So you guys watch the screen. For the purpose, so there's a number of products. We cannot get into all of them. We don't have the whole night. So just know that you can always go on YouTube or you can call me up if you have any question about anything. I do my best to answer them as truthfully and comprehensively as I can. But if I were in your position, what I would want to know is how do I get involved in this movement? How do I get started? And when I say get involved in the movement, I am talking about a multi-billion-dollar industry that is going to be changed. And this is the company that is going to change it. And I want you to understand this, please. Please understand it. We have a global health crisis that needs transformation. It needs overhaul. there was something called a suitcase, a grip. It had a thing they used to call grip long time. It didn't have no wheels. The modified, they call it a suitcase. And then someone took wheels and put it on that suitcase, Olakunde. And now, the only place that you might be able to find a suitcase without wheels is in a museum. Because those without wheels have become extinct. What they had done is for the thousands and thousands of years that suitcase might have been in existence, all someone did to that simple suitcase was to put wheels on them. And then that transformed the whole suitcase business by simply tweaking it. Not to go and do anything extraordinarily different, but tweaking what already exists. And they took over the entire market. There was something called also a black and white television. Now, again, the only way you could see a black and white TV is in a museum. Someone took something that was extraordinarily successful and tweaked it, just tweaked it a little bit and transformed that particular product completely until you can't even find the predecessor. They put color in it. Just color, that's it. And it's different. Nobody wants a black and white TV after its color. I could go on and on with other products that was just tweaked. In the supplement industry, there is no standardization in the industry. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry where people are struggling to live longer, younger. Believe what I'm telling you when I look over the entire industry. I've been doing this for years. I have a catalog of products that are extraordinary. And I'm telling you that I have not seen anything as incredible as what we have here. This is equivalent to the color in the television or the wheels on the suitcase. As a result of that, there is a tremendous opportunity existing here for all of us on this platform. Do not feel inadequate in any way. What you're lacking in any area, we as a team going to help you and support you and strengthen you in the areas that you're weak. So you know nothing about computers and all of that. Forget about that. All you need to have as your qualification to get involved in this movement is to be able to chew gum and walk at the same time. If you have enough coordination to chew while you're walking, we can work with you.
I like that. I like that. Simple.
That is how simple this is. If you would have ever tried anything like this and it didn't work, it's because you did not do it right. That's the only reason. We have done this over and over and over and over, and we have gotten the same success over and over and over and over. And this time we're going to do it better than any other time that we've done it in the past, because we have the right combination of people. I am excited about what Olakunde leadership has brought to this team, his proactiveness, his purity of purpose, and his passion. What he has brought to the table is incredible. That has given me energy and inspiration. My good friend and colleague and brother, Rabbi Hartman, again, it's an absolute joy and privilege to start this company or this movement with this group of people. Success is before us, especially in a country that is reeling from turmoil. We are on the brink of economic collapse in this country. Understand that. People are being retrenched in droves. I am not worried. I am not panicking. I don't have any sadness or anxiety in my heart and my spirit. The reason why, I have absolute joy and excitement. Why? Because in the midst of that, we have an incredible and powerful solution to every single public servant who are going to be on the breadline. We are in a fantastic place. Because we're not just selling a product. What we're doing is that we're selling opportunity. And in a recession, in a crisis, the most important, powerful product that you could ever bring to market is opportunity. And what you are sitting before here now is not something that we're planning to do. is what have provided a fantastic income for me already, is what have provided income revenue for Olakunde. And I don't want to talk about anybody else's money, but the point is, it is working. It's not something that we are trying to do. It's not something that might work out next month. It is something that if you do it today and you get going, when we show you what it is, it pays instantly money into your account in US dollars. In this hard, broken economy where the central bank is telling you they don't have US dollars, you want to go and work for TT dollars, then something got to be wrong. There is something called an internet that has broken down all the barriers. There are no boundaries, there are no borders. No one needs to go and line up on Mali Street to get any visa to go to the United States to work and hide from immigration in order to earn US dollars. If you can do that from the comfort of your home and build your asset base, so the begging you to come for a visa, that's what you want to do. And when you go over there, you go and stay by no relative. And let them treat you bad and all kind of thing. You're going in a hotel and pose because you could afford to. You go on vacation, a real vacation. Not a go and stay by relative. I'm talking about a real one. Now, we have all of that. We have the training and we have the support to launch your business online so that you would have access to people in over 200 countries around the world that would want the best weight loss, would want the best coffee, would want the best preventative supplements on the planet that you can find anywhere because they're all assembled on this one platform. Great. So that's the preamble to this. How do you get started? How do you get started? Well, if I was in your position, I want to know how to get started. Well, you can get started and get 8 products in a package for $325, and that includes shipping and handling. Shipping and handling included. And when you do that, you get a back office. You see in this back office, you have all your accounts, your office. I tell people, and I say this for the shock effect, I tell people that I go to work every morning in my underwear. Because I work from home. I can do that. I work from in my bedroom. If I carry my laptop in the toilet, I am on my job because it is home. My money is there, my wallet is there, my accountant is there, my secretary is there. All my data for my store is there. It tells me how much money I made last night, yesterday. I have all my data taken care of right there. And that comes automatic. From the moment that you say yes and you make that purchase, you already have that and you're ready to go. So you have 8 ways that this company pays you. You get a fast start bonus, direct commission, infinity bonus, master check match, rank advancement bonus, auto lifestyle bonus, retail commission, and well builder system bonus. Now, if you ever play dodgeball, this is what you're going to have to learn to do. That's the only other thing you'll have to do is to learn to play dodgeball, because money is going to be coming at you from several different directions. You won't know what hit you where. This is the only time playing dodgeball and getting hit would feel good. So your fast start bonus is that anybody who joins the company and they buy a package, you get 25% of that package immediately. Boom, that same day. It's paid to you and it's available to you that same day. Fantastic, within 24 hours. 20% of that goes, 8 persons above you would get paid. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. So I just deal with that fast start bonus and I will skip all of them and go down to what really matters. This is where you start. You see that green circle there? That is your sponsor. That green circle represents the person who would have invited you to this call and who would be sponsoring you into this business. And you would be that in that black circle there, that's you. So when you would have shared this information that we're talking about here with enough people to get 3 to say yes, every one of them would, the company would pay you the same day that this person sign up to say yes and sign up, they'd pay you $50 for every one of them. Except that if you do that within 2 weeks, that $50 for each one turns into $100. $100, look at that. So within 2 weeks, you get back your money. If that happened in 2 days, you get back the $325, the $300 that you pay. $25 is for shipping and handling. When you would have done that, you're going on to your fourth person. And when you sign up your fourth person, instead of getting $50 or $100, you get $130 for that fourth person. And when that fourth person bring in their first tree, they do it just like you will get $80 per person. Every one of those 3 persons that you're seeing on your screen in green, under your fourth person, you get $80 per person. And when those 3 bring in their 3, which would be 9, you get $80 per person. And when those 9 bring in their first 3, which is 27, you get $80 per person, and it flips and it goes down indefinitely. It goes on and on and on. It only stops when your work stops completely, when people stop wanting to be healthy and living longer. That's it. But anytime that continues, you get paid every single time. And when you go on to your 5th person, that 5th person, when you sign up that person, that you get $130 that day. And their first 3 person, just as the 4th person, their first 3 person and their first 3 and their first 3 and their first 3 to infinity would also pay you $80. And the 6th person, when you get to 6 is a special number in this company. Because when you get to 6th person, your income has just gone to 150. That 6th person and any other person that you sign up after that, you would earn $150 for every time a person purchases one of those products directly from your link.
Wow, wow.
And all these $80 that you would have been getting from the first 3 turns into $100 automatically. So you get $100 on what is referred to in this industry as coded bonus. Incredible. Listen, someone on your 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 10th level down below you, you don't know that person. That person could be somebody in China. It could be somebody in Australia. You don't know them. You've never seen them. You never spoke to them, but they coded to you by virtue of the system. And you could be sleeping in your bed and $100 just shows up, bam, in your account. Of course, you're not vexed. You don't know who put it there. You don't know how it come. You have no relationship with the person. They pay you. When that person who you have no connection to, when they do their first 3, that could be the 21st level below you. Every person that they do in their first 3, you get $100 a piece. That next $300 that came from somebody in Germany, somebody in Togo, somebody in Barbados, it doesn't matter. You here in Trinidad in the comfort of your home, while the business is going on, and we're going to show you what we're going to do to market business around the world where that is going to be a real possibility if you're able to follow some simple instruction. That, my dear friends, is what is going to transform your economy. Forget about the local economy. What these politicians and they do and the economists and they do in the central bank, you have no control over that. What the price of gas is going to be next year or the price of food stuff in the supermarket is going to be, you have no control over that at all. That is out of your jurisdiction. What you have control over is the information that you have tonight and what you're going to do about it. Because what you have tonight is an answer to all these possibilities that are on the horizon. And the answer is a glorious, powerful answer. There is no need to panic. There's real need to get excited. I repeat that. There is no need to panic. There is real need to get excited about this. If you do not get excited about this information here tonight, you're going to pay a price of fear and anxiety. That is what you're going to be facing if you do not start constructing your own economy. And this right here, from the experts in the field, is the finest opportunity in health and wellness that you're going to get. But we're not going to stop there. We're not going to stop there. It's a community of people that we are building. And we are building that community of people, not just for this company's purpose, but we're going to establish other streams of income that you are able to plug into. So you're not ever going to be dependent on any one stream of income. You are going to be finally empowered beyond reason. Your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, your great-great-grandchildren going to know who you were because of decision that you made tonight. There are several other ways to get paid. We're not going to go into them tonight because they wouldn't matter to you right now. What I just showed you there is enough information to get you excited for the next 30 days. And the other parts of the compensation plan wouldn't be relevant until after the 30 days. So when you get inside and you get your orientation, we'll open up the other floodgates of income for you and we'll be able to show you. But just know that that last one that I showed you there with the coded bonus is in and of itself life-changing income for anybody, anywhere in the world.
Yes, thank you, Stanley. Thank you. Oh my. I mean, I know you're all hearing this, some of you all may be hearing this for the first time. So it might be a little confusing and it might be a little overwhelmed. But we will do this again and again because every time you hear it, you hear something new. As a matter of fact, we heard it, but we didn't really pay attention to it. And this is what happened. I go to almost every meeting. And I thought I was out of this type of business going to presentation, but you learn every time you go out there. So what I decided to do is do this every 2 days. So the next 2 days will be today, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Monday at the same time. We'll try and kind of cut down the time to, because I know most people, they're asleep at this time, like my sister and my mother. I know they're asleep, maybe here, might be asleep also. So we try to, how we could manage time a little better. But so many great information out there. Yeah.
Lakunde, what we can also do is to run some of these webinars in the daytime.
Of course, we will, these same ones, we'll run them over.
We can run it in the daytime because, you know, we have some meetings that were taking place on Monday and stuff like that. So the time might be a bit close, cutting close. The Legal Martin meeting is on Monday.
Right.
So we should stagger the time to facilitate because there are people who have the time in the day.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
mom, for example. So we can make that, we could facilitate some people in the daytime.
Right.
Some people might be on work. If we do it midday, we could do probably a half-hour sizzle.
Okay.
We could do a half an hour sizzle from 12 to 12:30. So if a person on lunch, on work, you huddle around a computer, they got 2-3 other co-workers, and we give them an introduction.
Right, right. No problem.
They could come on to the next webinar later in the night, you know. Yeah.
So as you all come on, this is one of the tools we'll be using. I mean, some people don't like to leave the comfort of their house. So I decided to put this together where we could actually, you know, come into your homes without coming to your home. And you can share it with your people. So this is something you will, right now I'm just doing it for 7 days, but it looked like I will extend this as I get more input and feedback from the people who want to know more about this business. Right now, we can maybe open up for some questions, and if no questions, we could call it a night. Open up unmute your mics if you have a question.
Yes, good evening again, gentlemen. Thank you again, Stanley and Olukunde.
Mm-hmm.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
Thank you again, Stanley.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And Olukunde. I was wondering about the recording. I want to send the recordings by email to those, some people who are invited were not able to come on tonight. So how soon will we get the recordings, please, via email? Thank you. I'll listen off mic.
Okay. Well, what I'll do, I'm new to this system. I mean, I have this system for a little while. I mean, I use it just personally one-on-one, but this is the second time I'm actually using it in a group. So the recording part, tonight's the first night actually it's on recording. So I would see how that works. Most likely you will just go back to Zoom and you can choose it. So that I'll look into. So give me till Monday and I'll come up with the answer, right?
Thank you.
You could repeat these same as pre-recordings. and use these, Stanley. We could cut it down and use these as pre-recording.
Yeah,
If you're happy with it.
definitely.
Yeah.
We could just record one, we come on and record one as a Sisel call,
Right.
and just deal with the information and put it in a capsule and send it out.
Right. Okay.
Any other question or comment? Feel free, This is family here, There are no shy thing. Don't be shy, Jump out, say something.
Don't worry.
Hi, hello.
Hi, hello.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing me.
Oh, hi, this is Deborah, Olakunde's sister.
Hi.
I just wanted to find out, the product, you mentioned something about a coffee.
Yes.
So how were these products? Is it a package together? What, I missed the earlier part of the meeting, so I don't know.
You look here.
Accept my sympathy. Accept my sympathy for missing the earlier part of the meeting. Yeah, Olakunde, can you hold up a box, a pack of the coffee so that you can see it?
Oh, I don't have coffee.
You don't have the coffee?
What do you have? Tea?
I have the tea. This tea could come. Oh my God, I'm an infomercial man. Oh my God. This looks like an infomercial now. This is hot and cold. You can have it hot or cold. That's why I guess they call it ice. Fire and ice.
Right, okay.
You have it hot and cold. So I'm going to use this because I don't put nothing to heat. This is definitely a product I'm going to be using. And I only get it today. So it didn't open yet. Okay?
So, so if you're interested in any one of the products, how do you get any one of these products? Like,
well, the products, you can either buy a package, come into the system, or you could go onto my website and just purchase one product if you want. But I would tell anybody, if you want to get a product, it's best to get a package. That way they get more value.
yeah, but how much is the package?
This $325.
How much?
$325. $325, and you get these products here.
And that gives you everything. It gives you the tea, it gives you the coffee. It's a complete.
Yes, it gives you the tea, give you the coffee, it gives you the called the fucoidin, which fucoidin. Look up fucoidin.
How you spell that? The name not for?
FUCOIDAN.
Okay. FUCIDAN. Okay.
You can Google it anyway. You just search for fucoidin and you start to do backflips immediately.
Okay.
To give you a little background on fucoidin, Stanley was the one who came to me after I introduced him to the program I was in, eCauseway.
eCauseway.
After I showed him it, and he came back to me, he said,
Oh, Sandy has a question.
you know what you got? Somebody had a question?
I think Sandy's putting her hand up.
Yeah,
No.
excuse me.
Wait, hold on. Let me finish. Hold on.
No, where
So he told me, you know what you got? I say, yeah, I got a company that does some serious research here and most of their product is top notch. But I didn't know much about fucoidin until Stanley did his research and he get back to me. Fucoidin, how you put it, Stanley? Cancer don't want nothing to do with fucoidin.
Well,
When fucoidin comes in, cancer does run.
the scientists, the scientific data, when they finished doing their clinical trials on fucoidin, what was written was no fancy technical term. They said in the presence of fucoidin, cancer cells commit suicide. Now, that is only a small fraction. There isn't any tissue in your body, no cell in your body that is not positively impacted by fucoidin. You have your whole spectrum of amino acid, minerals, every single thing. It's incredible. All the elements that you get to enhance your immune system from your mother's milk, from a nursing mother, fucoidin have all of them in abundance. As a matter of fact, if a person doesn't want to breastfeed, or if a child wasn't breastfed, what they need to get is fucoidin. You can serve that to a child who didn't get breastfeed and they would not have lost anything in terms of their immune enhancement, which is what they depend on from their mother's breast milk. Is that incredible? I'm just scratching the surface, but the research and the information on fucoidin is unlimited.
Okay, so
But
you,
just to touch on the coffee, right? If you look at on your screen, I hope that you're able to see my screen. The coffee in and of itself is a healthy coffee. It's extremely tasteful coffee, number one tasting coffee in the world. And what was added to it is chaga mushroom. Now, chaga mushroom, in terms of scientific data, they say there is not a single plant or herb or compound on the face of the earth that is more potent and powerful than chaga mushroom for general health and well-being. It's grown mostly, you get that chaga mushroom is harvested in Siberia. And because it has to adapt in order to survive, it's therefore an adaptogen. So it can function in the human body in incredible ways. It's just crazy with power to enhance human health and wellness. Ganoderma is a fantastic enhancement for the immune system also. But Bacopa, B-A-C-O-P-A, Bacopa is something that enhances brain function. You would notice that one of the strengths of the East Indian people, but primarily from on the continent or the subcontinent, is their academic prowess. And anywhere they go, they dominate academics. Bacopa happens to be one of the things that are used extensively in India for brain health. This Bacopa here, it would help to ward off things like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and anything that could go wrong in terms of brain imbalance and stuff like that. And gotu kola, that one on the bottom there, is extraordinary for cardiovascular health, among other things. But it specifically is well known, well researched, and well established as a cardiovascular, / heart health product. All of those are added to the coffee, the healthy coffee, in abundance. So you want to drink that coffee.
Okay. Sounds like something, yeah.
basically I get 9 different products for this for the packet.
Thank you.
When I bought it, I got 6, but now they brought it up to 9.
Okay. I'll give Sandy a chance to say something because she's trying to, yeah.
No, this is Stanley talking here.
Sandy.
Oh.
Yeah, some people call me Sandy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's my name. Yeah, sorry. 2 corrections, gentlemen and lady. Now, the coffee is not included in the new package. It's just the Triangle of Life plus the regular 6 products, right?
Okay.
And second, the fire and ice. What I heard on the video, the fire is the thermogenesis. What they call it. When you drink the tea, it burns the fat. That's where the fire comes in. It burns the fat. Helps to burn fat when you drink the tea, right?
Yeah, well, we can look at it.
You can
With that, we can look at
if
it.
you want to, but it's better to drink it cold. That's what I mean by the fire. The thermogenesis is burning up the fat when you drink. It burns the fat when you drink the tea. If you go to the video, you'll see. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Go ahead.
Okay.
So the coffee is not part of the package. So the coffee would have to be bought separate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Also, let me just add this. Coffee has been reported to be the #1 consumed commodity on the planet.
Yes.
After oil. So there is an incredibly large market for coffee. Remember I spoke about just tweaking something that people already use, and then you become a billionaire as a result of just tweaking. This coffee has been tweaked. A person could take this coffee alone to the market. With the information that we have on this coffee, if a person wants an alternative, they want to specialize in a particular area, I can take this coffee. There's a presentation that the owner of the company made on this coffee, and I could run that as an infomercial on any radio station or any television station anywhere in the world and make enough money to retire and live comfortable by just selling coffee, because there is not another coffee product that could rival this for quality and taste and potency.
Any other questions?
No, that's it for now.
From anyone?
Yeah,
Just
well,
unmute your mic.
I'm still on the coffee. So if I want to purchase the coffee, I know you all have it as a package, but you just mentioned that the coffee is not in the package.
Yeah, it's not in the package, but what you can do, you can sign up and become a member, and you can go in and purchase any amount of coffee you want anytime you want.
Yeah, but what's the minimum to sign up?
Well,
He knows me. He knows his sister. Yes, he knows how.
Well, I'm going to tell you, since she's my sister,
He
she
knows
should
me.
sign up with a well-built-up package so she can build her business at the same time. Now, if you don't have to, if you don't want to get involved, no problem, but you get more value if you buy the package. Okay?
yeah,
Yeah,
and
but,
then,
but what's the difference between, okay, if I buy the package, which is what, $325 you said?
yes,
That's a well-built package.
Huh?
that's the well-built package, yes.
Right. So what's the difference if I don't buy the package and I just get the product?
Yeah, you can buy any item and become like a preferred customer, but your brother is suggesting that you get the wealth builder package, which would position you in the company and make you eligible for all the perks that a wealth builder will get. So one is the wealth builder is like an opportunity package. So many things together, so it's like you're getting them at a discount. But if you want, as you're suggesting, you just purchase one item and you become, well, of course, you'll be signed up as a preferred customer.
Okay.
Yeah, just send you the link and you just get your one product if you want, but it may behooves you not to get the entire package, benefit from all the products. Well,
So
not
but once I get the package, do it involves, of course, I'm getting people to buy under me and all this sort of thing. You know,
if you want to, you could do it. If you don't want to, but you would have no choice but to just share it with somebody. So you don't matter go out there. You will just say, you know, this thing working.
Well, this is what I have to.
And
Yeah.
that's it. And
I would have to try the product first, which I'm quite sure listening to it, I think it sounds very good. And I would have to try the coffee first. That's, your sister, it's the only way I can do it. I have to, for myself, and then that's, I would take it from there.
All right, sister, hear what? I understand and I respect your position very much, but know that your brother is watching your back. Hear what? If when you try this product, you say, this is excellent, I want this, I feel extraordinary, which I believe you're going to do, right? Then what you would have to do is to sign over. You're going to have to take a different position, or you can upgrade. But there is nothing to lose. If you sign up with the package and then you sign up somebody, you don't have to go if you have a daughter or son or your mom, whoever. You just sign them up and you order the coffee on their name and immediately you get a commission. So you're getting it at a discounted price already. And that is paid to you the following day. I don't know anybody who wouldn't want a discount. And that's all. That's all. There is absolutely no obligation to do anything. What we're giving you here is information that would cause you to get the best return for the money that you're going to spend on any product. Even if you bring in those products, you bring in that package, trust me, there are people who would buy that from you when it reaches here because we don't have enough products in the country.
Especially in America.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, but if you want, you could just go in and buy the coffee, and you're on your way.
Yeah, but what sort of price range is the coffee? Because there is a difference in terms of signing up versus the price of the coffee, right?
No, well, you can sign up, and when you get in there, you can just go and buy the coffee at the price. Just sign in as a distributor and buy the coffee as a distributor. It's the cheapest way to do it. So when Olakunde send the link for you, you just go and you sign up, you put in all your data, and then you go to the order page and you just order the coffee that you want.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, that's it for me on questions.
Okay, you're welcome there.
Rodney, no questions? Sheila, no questions? Ren, I'm not sure who's Ren. Ren, no questions? Because
Sheila talking, but he can't hear her. I think she's saying something, but
your mic is not on.
Her mic is not on. Her mouth moving.
Your mic is not on.
She need to
Deborah.
go.
Deborah George.
Yeah, that's Ulakunde's sister.
Okay. Rodney, what happened, boy? Say something there, boy. Let the lion roar.
Need this.
Let the lion roar and say something.
Okay, well, it seemed like no questions. Sheila, we're not hearing you, so.
Reading Sheila lips. I reading Sheila lips. Sheila saying she want coffee.
Oh,
Yeah, you see, she laugh. She knows that she want coffee. So it had to be that.
okay. All right. Yeah, left. Yeah, Mazi fell asleep. So. Okay, so the next day we'll be doing this is Monday at the same time. If we change the time, we'll let you know. We'll try and not, of course, do how long that was, an hour and a half. Well, that's not bad.
Yeah, well, the questions too. Lengthen the did chat and thing. And we started a bit late.
Yeah.
Tunji, yeah, ready?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, Rodney.
So the 300 for the package, the 325 for the package, wait is in US or TC?
Good question. Or Zimbabwe money, yeah? Zimbabwe money. 10 cents. Well, Olakande, you have to call the price with an accent when you're calling the price so people would know what kind of money it is.
$325. $325.
That is funny.
They gave me 30 in commercial. Still.
In US. US dollars. US dollars. Huh?
US dollars?
Yeah.
Don't worry, let's get paid in US dollars too. So the commission we was calling out there was in US dollars.
And you get paid every day, man. Every day.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
when you sign up at 325, how you get paid every day?
No, well, when somebody.
You gotta work every day.
You share the opportunity.
You gotta work every day. But
Yeah.
sister, listen to me. What we'll be doing is that we'll be doing some very serious online advertising.
Mm-hmm.
While your website is up there, because immediately as signing up, you have a website. So it's not just about sharing it with friends and family and stuff like that. People tell
On
you,
the website.
you talking about putting up, you ever shop online at all?
Yes.
Right, okay. So when you spend money online, someone earns money online, right?
Right.
Good. So if you do not have an online presence where somebody can go and spend money by you, then you're at a disadvantage. From the moment that you sign up as a distributor, instantly, before your product reaches, you have a business. You have a business that is connected to the warehouse of the company. So anyone who goes on to that business and order any product from that company, whether it's coffee, shampoo, toothpaste, mouthwash, or fucoidin, you get a percentage of that. And not just a meager percentage, it's a 25% for a retail customer. 25% of that product purchase goes into your account that you can withdraw. So Ulakunde, you have a guy who built a website for you, right?
Yeah.
And set it there and left it, and you turn your back. And Ulakunde reported that he had over 900 sales. Over 900 sales of over $100 US went on to that site while he wasn't even looking. Now, if that does not excite us to position ourselves to benefit from that automatic money-making opportunity, then we have missed the whole .com in what we're doing here, because we participate on Facebook. We don't pay. We say, come on here for free. But he gets paid when we do that. Now, you need to carve out your stake. The .com, and that is not commerce. I always tell people the .com. They say www.com. The .com is not commerce. It's commerce. But we only go on and use it for more
commerce.
business than commerce. We have to see this platform, this internet, as a medium for information, yes, communication, also, but for income, automatic income. And we are going on a campaign throughout Trinidad and Tobago with this another opportunity, because we believe that every household in Trinidad and Tobago need to have at least one online income. There's a place called Dominica that was destroyed as though an atomic bomb fell on it with a hurricane. A hurricane just passed and leveled that entire place. Now, if people were listening to me and they had set up themselves online, and you happen to be living in Dominica, all you needed after the morning after the hurricane is a raft. Use some debris from the hurricane and build a raft and sail to Antigua or one of them. From the time you reach in your short pants, so your jockey shorts, you back up and running. All you need is to find is an internet cafe, and you got money.
Right, right.
More than 80% of my income is generated online. I will repeat that. More than 80% of my income is generated online. The money that I earn on the ground here is negligible. And that is something that is deliberate. You cannot have access to experiences like that and not be mindful of it. Set something there in cyberspace that could generate revenue. If something happens to you and you're not able to go out and earn from you, actively participate in income opportunity from the time you don't work, you don't get paid. Well, it doesn't matter whether you work or not, and you have a system up there that people shopping from, working then becomes an option for you and not an absolute necessity that they have to get up and bathe and change your clothes and go down through the traffic and reach there. You're working for somebody who can send you home. So do not flinch on getting your business set up. We would help you. We would support you. We have things coming that we are not able to speak to you about yet, but just feel excited in your spirit. We discuss some things that we're going to be doing very, very soon with this opportunity that's going to take it to a totally different level, like nothing anybody have ever seen before. Don't be left out. It's because your brother love you, he invite you on this call.
Okay, so, well, if we have no other questions.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah. So how do you get linked up with this program? What I mean the program with the business.
Yeah, well, that's the next question. I know Rodney was going to ask that too. Seriously. And then he stopped him and say, yeah, you want to know how to get a start. You get back to Olakunde, and he'll walk you through the process.
Yeah, you come by 254 Eastern Main Road and give him filet in more.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rodney, you have access to me, man. Just call me when you reach down there. They'll give you my number if you want to call me, and we get you started, and we will give you the support that you need to succeed.
Okay.
This is one thing about this team. You see, Stanley is the one who brought the product into the country. Okay?
Right. Yeah.
You see the close net right now that we have?
Yeah.
Okay. So we all here to help each other. And it's under 50 people involved right now in this country. Throughout the world, in 65 countries, Stanley?
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh,
In over 65 countries. So you can have business online anywhere in the world. So when you get our business out there, you're good. So you put it out there. 65 countries. And of course, you can buy it in any country you want. They can buy from any country you want. But the business itself is in 65 countries.
But Rodney, let me just explain to you here. Right now, as we speak, I have a network of distributors in Trinidad. There's over 15,000 people in another company, right? over 15,000 people. Now, listen, this is going to be much, much bigger than that because there was only one product alone. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So the masses ain't know nothing. If we just hand-picking people now, brother, you ain't see wildness yet. But we don't not going to get wild enough, but we actually hand-picking people. Now, we could have about a call here with 50 people, 100, 200 people, but that is not a floodgate. We are positioning our people strategically. That's what the other tribes do. They position their people. We are positioned our close-knit. This is inner circle that's going on here. So you're very privileged. You're blessed man. Yeah, we're privileged to have you because you're a brother, right? But outside of that, somebody cared about you because once you get started now, you, of course, at an advantage, right? Because you have an early start, and starting early is always better than starting late. So let me just take this opportunity to welcome you. And Olakunde, where is your sister name again? Sorry.
Deborah.
Deborah.
Okay, Deborah?
Deborah, yes.
Yeah, okay, so Deborah and Rodney, I take this opportunity. And man, you two with the with confidence, I'm welcoming you guys to this team. And look forward to a fantastic 2018 to start with and change some people's lives and yours for the better.
Okay.
Okay.
It's now 11:14. If we don't have any other questions, Pat, I didn't hear from you. I didn't hear from Ren. Okay. So if we don't have any other questions, we can.
Okay, guys, you guys have a good night. You've been a wonderful audience. Thank you for the kind words that you for your attention and your time. You have a great, looking forward to doing some wonderful things again.
Yes, thank you.
And out.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you.
informative. Have a good